the most formative years of your life are right now. They're happening right now, not from birth to age 5 or 7 or 9. Not your childhood, not your early adulthood, not the big dramatic chapters you've already survived, but right now, in the middle of the headlines, in the middle of the noise, in the middle of a culture that feels like it's arguing with itself every 5 minutes. If all our years are formative years, then these years are shaping us too. And that changed the question for me because it's one thing to say, I've accepted my past. It's another to ask, well, if that's true, what is this season forming in me? There's a saying I've heard for years and I love, may the rest of your life be the best of your life. It feels so hopeful. I have no idea where it came from. It's not mine, but I've always liked it. And lately I've been thinking that line only works if the rest of your life is indeed formative. If you're still being shaped, still have opportunities, still choosing, still building, open your phone for 5 minutes right now and there's something urgent happening. Some breaking news, some scandal, some kidnapping, some debate, some climate argument, some social media trial, some prediction about where AI is taking us. It's a loud world. And somewhere inside all of that, we're still living our actual lives, parenting, working, retiring, taking care of the elderly, trying to be decent human beings. So hear how that's been sitting with me about these formative years. What are they forming? Is the speed forming me? Is the outrage forming me? Is the constant commentary forming me? Or am I using my values to form me? That's where acceptance quietly becomes responsibility. Not political responsibility, not saving the world responsibility, personal responsibility. I can't control the headlines. I can't control what's trending. I can't control what explodes tomorrow. But I can decide what I practice. I can practice steadiness. I can practice discernment. I can practice honesty. I can practice building something small but meaningful, even when the world feels chaotic. Acceptance isn't shrugging and saying, well, that's just how it is. Acceptance is saying, this is the environment, this is the moment, this is the season, and then asking, who do I want to become inside of it? Because it's up to me now, not parents, not teachers, me. We talk about acceptance like it's relief, and it is, but it's clarity as well, and clarity makes it about you. So I put on my project manager hat, and in any project, we have to name the reality. You don't pretend the timeline is different. You don't pretend that the constraints don't exist. You don't shame yourself about the facts. You design around them. Life works the same way. This is a loud season. Maybe I build quiet practices. Maybe I practice thoughtful pauses. If this is a distracted era, maybe I practice depth during it, not because I'm better, but because I'm being formed and I know it. And I don't want to look back and realize the noise formed me more than my values did. Acceptance says these are formative years. Responsibility says I will participate in how they form me. That's not pressure, it's authorship. It's not about perfection, it's about intention. And maybe that's how the rest of your life becomes the best of your life. Not because circumstances suddenly improve, but because you decide how you are shaped from here forward. You're in charge. So here's a question to carry with you this week. What is this season forming in me? And is there a small practice I can introduce so my values shape me more than the headlines do? Not a grand reinvention, just one small design choice, a slower response, a deeper conversation, a steadier habit, a commitment to build something instead of argue about everything. Because if all our years are formative, then these years matter very much. You're not just surviving them, you are being shaped by them. And you still get to choose how that shaping happens. Earlier in the year, I had mentioned very important that you put a pin on where you are and you set direction from that reality of acceptance and here's where I am. And you take your formative years, the ones ahead, and you move towards what is just so important and you create your legacy based on your values, not in constant reaction mode. So if you've enjoyed this, come on back next Wednesday. I'm here every Wednesday for Wisdom Wednesday. I'm sharing who I am. I'm Trusted Tour Guide Annie, and I am your guide for life's meaningful milestones. And in the meantime, keep walking toward what matters.